Hi yogis, thank you for joining me today in this practice where we're going to focus on the element of air or wind, really allowing ourselves to kind of breathe in and out of poses and exploring the air-like quality as we're in the postures. You can move as fast or as slowly as your body requires, so you don't need to be feeling super strong to do this particular practice. This is a wonderful practice to do when you're feeling the need for cooling down, to explore the air around you, but equally it's great if you need heating up. So enjoy, and I'll meet you on the mat in a kneeling position in a moment. Make your way to kind of sort of the back end of your yoga mat. And you can sit onto the heels if comfortable, or you can start kneeling if you cannot sit onto your heels. Kneeling is beautiful and fine. And we're just going to take a moment to check in with that kind of wind-like energy around us. So seeing if there is a breeze, maybe you've opened the window, maybe you're feeling the air circulate within you. If you fancy picking up a breathing practice like Sitali, that cooling breath here, starting to breathe in through the mouth, so teeth or tongue, and out through pursed lips, blowing that air out. And we're going to practice a lot in this sequence, that kind of pushing of the air out, so that blowing, sort of moving the wind around. Now we think about air like wind coming from like high to low pressure, low to high. I can't remember the way around it is now. And so we're going to have that feeling of moving in and out and kind of letting the direction take us where it wants to go. So feel the direction of the body being pulled in lots of different ways. It doesn't have to look linear, so it doesn't have to be up and down, in and out. I give you creative license, and you can move as fast or as slow as you want in the postures. So we'll come in and out of poses together, and we can also move within those postures, which will make sense when we start to actually move the body. What I want you to think about is the lung space, so things moving around the rib cage, getting the lungs to expand and retract, really allowing the airflow to be that pump that's moving the wind around your body, moving the energy around your body. And equally creating that wind-like effect around you. So we're fanning ourselves. So we'll take a nice inhale. It can be through the tongue or the teeth, Sitali or Sikari, or inhale through the nose. Blow out through pursed lips, blow the air out. Right until the end of your breath. Take a moment to pause when we get to the bottom. On the next inhalation, we'll sweep the arms up and over the head. Inhale. Palms will connect. We'll exhale, twist right elbow towards the left thigh. It doesn't have to touch, especially if you're kneeling. You don't have to touch. You can sink the bum back and take a high twist. If you're sitting on your heels, your right elbow can connect to your left thigh and you can twist a little bit more. Maybe even looking up towards the sky. Push the palms together. Inhale, left hand comes down to the mat in front. We extend the right arm up to the sky and we extend the left leg back, and we can play with a little bit of movement here. So you can come in and out, inhaling, maybe blowing. You can stay nice and still and hold and feel a bit of the heat coming in and push and breathe, or you can let that air start to move through. You can be gentle, you can be fluid, you can almost like fly like a feather through the wind. One more breath, inhale. Now we'll drop the right hand down to the earth, placing it into the centre of the mat, and twist and lift the left arm high. Left leg is extended. Again, we can stay here. Inhale and exhale out through pursed lips. Or we can start to move this left arm in and out or under the rib cage, lifting it high or playing. So creating that movement that's like air, moving around, like blowing the hand up and down. In fact, you can even imagine the hands like a flag, just flying around, up and down. The whole arm gets to just be blown around into the air. Good. Coming back to the ground with the left hand. We can either drop both knees to the floor and come through cat-cows if that feels nice, or we can tuck the toes and lift into an upward facing dog, inhale, and back into our downward facing dog. Upward facing dog, inhale, blowing out, downward facing dog, or we can stick with cat-cows, inhale, exhale. You can do both if you want to do both variations. One more. Now all of us dropping into a nice child pose position, pulling back, but gazing slightly forward just to feel that we're going to move and shift towards the top of your mat in a moment. As we come forward, I'm going to slowly dive down. So you might lift up the toes, bum high, chin and chest come to the earth, and then we push through into a back bend. You can let the legs go long, you can keep the toes pointing up, you can either push into the arms. Again, use your body in the way that you want to, rather than you think that it has to be a particular way. And then as we exhale, you can either come back through your child pose or into downward facing dog. We're going to repeat this again. Drop the knees if the knees are lifted, or shift into tabletop, toes go up. We come down, chin and chest, slide through into your back bend of choice, and exhale into child pose or downward facing dog. One more time, knees come down, chin and chest, toes high. Lift up the torso, back bend, exhale. All of us coming into downward facing dog, if you like down dog, and staying here for a couple of breaths. And just use that exhale. Create that wind, that air moving through your system. Right foot's going to step into the center of your mat, turning out the left foot. And we'll slide the right arm up the right leg and inhale into that lovely triangle pose. And again, that flag-like motion with your arm. Up and down. You can bend your back knee, your front knee. You can play with rotation, opening up that thoracic spine. Feel the air moving through you as well as around you. And again, you can make this fast. Really explore that air and that wind-like motion, or you can make it super slow, especially if the body's feeling hot and you just want to float around like a feather. Good. Bring the left hand down to the mat, step the left foot back a little further and drop the left knee, and we twist the right arm up to the sky. And again, moving the arm around, moving the hips. In fact, it's nice because I can see the tree, the kind of branches outside also being blown in the wind. So you can always follow the breeze. If you can see out a window and there's a breeze out there, it's kind of flowing with that. Sometimes it might come to a bit of stillness and then reignite. Right forearm's going to come to the right thigh. We pick up the left knee, drop the left heel into the floor, and we're going to circle this left arm over around the head, up and around and down. And we're going to repeat. So we keep going. You can again go up and around, make it like a windmill that's fast, or you can make it slow and steady. Think of those like not carousels, what are they? Like the London Eye. Moving around all the way up and down. One more. Now this time we can either come into revolved half moon, picking up the left leg, dropping the left fingers forward, right arm twist. If this feels a bit too much, come into a twisted lunge, lifting the right arm up. Left hand can either place the right thigh, or you can release and reach. From either position, we're then going to pick up that left leg and twist towards the left, maybe catching the left knee with the right hand or the foot to our standing Lord of the Dance. We then come back through into either that revolved half moon or into that twisted lunge, and we come back up. Again, move at a pace that works for your body. and create that wind. Create that motion and allow yourself to wobble. Feel the breeze. Connect to the internal heat, external heat. Last time we come up to stand and twist. We'll step the left leg back, high lunge, windmill the arms or circle them round and down. Inhale, maybe all the other way around. It can be and inhale, play with it. Create some motion, create some air, create some space. Next time, the hands are going to frame the right foot and we're going to come into our plank position. If you're not wanting to work with your knees up, just drop your knees down into more of a tabletop variation. And we can either just hold plank and breathe and feel the heat growing, or we can start to cross right knee to left elbow, left knee to right. And we can speed this up and run as fast as you can for 3, 2, 1. Left knee then right knee draws to the left wrist and we drop onto that right hip, staggering the feet into that kind of dolphin sort of pose. And walk the hands, or deer, walk the hands towards the right side. Twist. Wringing out the center, nice and strongly. Breathe. One more breath. Now we'll lift up the left leg. It's going to come all the way to the top of your mat. Push down through the right hand to turn into our wide-legged standing forward fold, facing the right edge of the mat. The toes, technically. Your head is facing the left. Hello. And we'll curl all the way up to standing. Sweep the arms up and over. Big stretch. And as we exhale, let it go. Breathe it out. Good. And again, inhale, curling up. Lift the arms high. It's like we're climbing up right to the top, and then we let it go like a balloon. We're filling it up. Last time, inhale, filling up all the way to the top. Use that breath. Inhale right up high, and then exhale, blow it out. Deflate. We'll walk the hands back to the top of your mat and drop your right knee down into the floor. Lift your left arm up. And you can move this left arm around. Thinking about how we're actually slowing things down a little bit now. Moving softly. Use your breath. Place the left hand back to the earth and slide the left foot either back to kneeling or back to sitting onto the heels. And take a moment to explore all that internal heat that's been built up, movement, air. Feel the air around you. So notice the energy around you. Does it feel warmer, cooler? What does the skin feel like? Start to come back to breath. So if you need to bring in that cooling Sitali or Sakari, either rolling the tongue or the teeth as you inhale, blowing out through the lips as you exhale. On your next inhalation, lift the arms up to the sky, big breath. We're twisting to the right, so the left elbow comes across to the right thigh, or again, if you're kneeling, just twist this way. Pushing maybe the elbow into the thigh, maybe even looking up to the ceiling, get that beautiful twist in your spine. Good, we'll extend the right arm forward, right leg back, left arm lifts up, twist. And again, you can play here, in and out. Create that wind through your body, inhaling and exhaling. It can be slow, it can be fast, it can be as explorative as you need it to be. The next time, that left hand is going to travel back down to the center of the mat, and we're going to twist open, lifting the right arm high. You can either stay here or you can again explore. Moving in and out with the arm. Like it's a feather floating in a breeze or a flag flying around. Exploring movement and motion. And even as you breathe out through the mouth, feel that across your body, that air, the wind you're creating. Good. We'll bring the right hand back down to the earth. Now again, you have the option of coming through cat-cows. Inhale, exhale. Or you can come into an upward facing dog and into downward facing dog, exhaling. Again, take the variation that works best for your body. Or you can play with both movements. Next time we're going to come into our child pose position. Pausing in our child pose, looking slightly forward as if we're about to pounce. Because we're going to shift the weight forward, maybe lift the toes, come down chin and chest, slither through into a back bend of choice. The toes can drop or stay lifted. And exhale either into child pose or back into downward facing dog. And repeat, use the breath. So we inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Play with the breath. See how it flows better for your body. Get that wind moving. And then meeting in downward facing dog, if you can. If you want to have a little bit of movement around, maybe below at the feet, the legs, the belly. We'll step the left foot into the centre, gliding the left hand up the left shin or thigh. And we're going to turn out the back right foot and take it into our lovely triangle pose. And again, you can stay here. Maybe you're just feeling the breeze around you, or you can move. Moving with the breeze in any way your body goes. So we're not planning the direction. Let it be a bit spontaneous. Let your body kind of just move like it's being blown with the wind. We don't know the direction. We can guess. There might be repetition, but generally speaking, it's unknown until we feel it. The right hand's going to come down to the earth. The right leg will just come back a little further so we can drop the right knee into the floor, and we'll twist the left arm up to the sky. And again, you can play here. Moving, breathing, exploring. Just seeing how your body wants to respond to the elements of the wind, the air around you. Good, left forearm's going to drop to the left thigh, pick up the right knee, dropping the right heel to the floor. And we'll circle this right arm around over the head. Maybe nice and slow, or maybe creating a big, nice rotation if that feels nice. And you can feel the breeze from my arm, it feels lovely. So exploring what works for you. And then coming back to the centre now, we're going to either come through our revolved half moon. So right hand comes down, right leg lifts, we twist the left arm up. Or into our twisted lunge. You can drop the right hand to the left thigh, twist the left arm up, the right foot's grounded. We then pick up the back leg, draw it in, twist to the right, maybe catching the knee or the foot as we twist, and we fly back into either our lunge or revolved half moon. We just keep playing here. Let yourself feel wobbly, like you're being blown around as you're trying to balance. Just let that kind of air be created with the movement of your body. Breathing out through those pursed lips. Now the next time we're going to come back, we're going to step the right foot back into our high lunge and circle the arms around. No, it doesn't have to be this fast. If you want to make it really slow, make it super slow. You're still moving the air around, or make it faster. One more. Hands will then come to either side of the left foot. We'll step back into our plank. It can be low with the knees down and hold. Or right knee to left elbow, left knee to right, and run as fast as you want for 3, 2, 1. Left knee draws across to the right elbow. We drop the left hip to the ground, bend the right knee. So we're in this deer-shaped pose, and we twist to the left. And we breathe. Wringing out the center of your body. Right foot's going to step over the left, the top of your mat. Use your left hand to push your body up, step your feet wide, and come into our wide leg standing forward fold. Let's fill up from the bottom, like we're blowing up a balloon. Inhale all the way, keep inhaling to the top. Exhale, blow it out. And again, inhale all the way to the top. Keep inhaling, keep breathing. Exhale. One more time, inhale. All the way to the top. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Exhale. And then we'll walk the hands back to the top of the mat. Left hand down, left knee down, right arm up, twist it out. Maybe just slow it down a little bit. And we'll drop the right hand to the earth. Right knee comes back. Sit back to the heels or come back to kneeling and take a moment to breathe. Feel that kind of tingling over your skin. Maybe as the sweat is beginning to evaporate off the skin or pour out through your skin. What's the temperature of your internal body? And can you breathe in and cool it down? Breathing out the heat, creating that wind. And we're just going to spend the next few moments cooling the body down. Coming into a Shavasana or any lying down position that feels cooling. But let your body be as spread out as wide as it wants to go. As we relax here and we feel the heat shifting out of the body. And just visualizing that you're lying on the beach. It doesn't have to be a warm day, it can be cool. But we're allowing the breeze from the sea to wash over our bodies. We can almost smell the sea water in the air. We feel the slight stinging of the salt as it brushes the skin. Pay attention to the earth that is cooling as it holds and grounds you. Even though your body might feel hot, the sand underneath you is soft. It helps cool down your skin or warm your skin up depending if you're feeling cold or hot. Notice your internal breath rising and falling within the belly, the rib cage, expanding out and in. You can stay here for the last few moments in stillness on your beach, feeling the breeze cooling you down.